Okay, 1848, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score there. 4,000 games for opponent, very impressive. Let's go the more fashionable e3 and then c4 this time instead of the traditional c4 reti. It often transposes into just regular d4 openings. But we're still going to stick to principles, just try and get castled and then take it from there. Let's bring the knight up. I don't think he'll take, but he could do. And it's just a case of, do we want to play an early d4? Probably now this pawn has come across. So probably. So that invites bishop up. Third down. No, I'm going to have to push the pawn, otherwise I might not get another chance to. But if he takes, we've got a choice. He doesn't then. Now that does give us a chance to play bishop up. Down. Takes. No, just be sensible. Make sure we block, just be sensible. But I'm wondering whether to take this way, if he was to take, just to free the bishop up. He has pushed, so that's not an issue anyway. So let's just drop the knight back. If he takes, obviously I'm taking back with a queen, so a safe pre-move. So now he's got to guard his pawn. Does he come f4? Sorry, f5. It would allow a check. Just waste a couple of moves to mess the structure up. So that tells me he wants to go this side, I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing there. So what about rook across first, or even queen up, and then we hit 2 pawns? So has he just blundered? He's got queen across, but then rook over, and he can't push his pawn. So I think queen up is a strong move here, because we hit 2 of them. Queen over to guard, and we've got rook across, I think. He won't be able to push the pawn forward without hanging the knight. I'll get the cursor off the board so there's no accidental slips there. At least we're in a position to castle next move if we need to now. Only really on the king's side. But at least it can happen next move. Right, so the bishop's come up, so he's going for a sacrifice. Now if we take this pawn, the knight's under attack. So is he going to try and guard and rook across, something like that? I think I want this pawn, stop the castling and threaten another one. So take, he may look for something like this, but I think we could just simply push, or even just take here. It's got to be right to take this one, I think. It does open the file up for a kingside attack. This, and I think he's just fine this way, though. That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, okay, there's a hit to the knight for one move, but if you come here, it's difficult for us. I think I should take this one. Yeah, take this one and hit another pawn. He could still be fine either side if he manages to castle okay. I just want the queens off the board. Now we've gained extra material, we want the queens off if we can. Well, we can. Well, potentially. We can just take with the queen and get a second pawn, and you can't really block, can you? So that should get the queen off. So that should be much better for us. He can just castle here and allow us to do the taking. That's what he does. So that's exactly what we will do, and we'll get castled ourselves. So we've gained 2 pawns. Okay, so I assume I want pawn up here. There is knight up to guard the pawn and hit the bishop at the same time. Oh, there's just pawn forward. Knight down would allow bishop up, and then something's definitely coming off. I like the look of that, actually, because it's a backward pawn, isn't it? And I can always advance another square for one, but knight in, I think I've got bishop up here. Or it would allow this. He's covered this now. So he's got a check, but I'm not sure it's an actual threat. Rook across seems sensible, though. And then bishop up. Something like, oh, imagine rook across, how we walk into this? So do I need pawn forward first anyway to get rid of that bishop? I think I do. It allows the knight back though, doesn't it? But not easy. Here, check. I'm wasting a move. I mean, he could check anywhere, but I think I need to push forward and hit the bishop. If check, I'll just step over, which he doesn't do. But now I've got a nice square here. Can't go here, could go here, but I don't think I should. Rook across could still be a move. Bishop up. Bishop up, if he checks and across, the knight looks trapped then actually. So let's go here. Here. Oh, knight back might be annoying. Yeah, let's just move the knight. Let's just get the knight moved there. If he checks, I've got a square. Bishop's adequately guarded. Just to find a way to unwind the position. You still got to figure it out, but it's looking promising. Okay, rook forward. So you'd like to go here. You could go here first, I suppose. He's got knight back though. Knight guards, but you threaten to take. So here. Or here, knight here. I guess rook across. Yeah. Let's go this way, hit the knight and rook behind if he goes this way, because he's almost trapped if he goes that way, but he could take the bishop. But I just want to trade pieces now. We're up material, so it's a good principle to try and trade. So come across, getting ready to pressure the pawn. He might need to push it on, which he might actually do. Let's just see. Actually, yeah, I might have gone too quick there and allowed b6. Maybe I've got bishop up. Yeah, maybe I've got bishop up. Maybe I don't. Takes, he does this. I don't like that, actually. Might have gone a tad bit too quick there. Have I got pawn forward here, though, and just push on and push on? Here. Knight moves. I go here with a tempo attacking the rook and then push on again. I'm going to get adventurous and push forward here, because we're threatening to unleash the bishop. Okay, he's got square, so he's not trapped. But I think I can just push on here. So let's do it and let's hit the rook. Again, he's got to check if he needs it, but I've got a square. Just got to watch the clock. Already 4 minutes gone. So there's already plenty of time gone. So he's threatening check now, which I completely missed. So I've given one of my pawns back. I'll have to push forward here. I just missed that move, not paying attention, but I don't want to take and open this file anywhere. Ooh, are we going slightly wrong? If bishop takes, I do have bishop up. I don't think you will though. And again, check, corner, check, forward, knight, check, then corner maybe. Let's just see how he figures this out. He has gone there, so I think I've got bishop forward here just for a development move. Is it a waste though? Maybe. Maybe I've got bishop up to hit the knight and the pawn. He can throw in a check, but then I've got king up and he can't come back, not in one move. Bishop here, I guess you just simply drop back. Well then it gives me bishop here though. Bishop there. He just checks, doesn't he? I lose the piece. What the heck? So here, knight down, that's a problem. But then I can go here. Let's break the pin. But he's got rook across as well. I might have gone wrong here, not paying attention. But we do hit the knight this move. And I've lost half of my time already, yeah. This one could be going a bit wrong, couldn't it? Having been much better. I could have just made a simple mistake there and messed it up. But we're threatening the knight right now, this move. Bishop up's a move, bishop up's a move. What's he got? Knight down, he hits the pawn twice, but I think I've got bishop up still. But then the rook's going to get across, and it's going to be awkward. Got to pay attention here, or this one could be gone. Or very difficult anyway. I'll just click on the board to clear the markings. Let's worry about it when it's our move. Not easy to find a move, is it though? Not easy. I'm even looking at knight h4 to go to f5. Then try and pressure that g7 pawn. I'm looking at that sort of concept. Whether it's good or not, I don't know, but that's what I'm looking at. So where's he going to pop his knight? If he goes to h3, king back to g2, he can just go back again. That's what he's done. So this is where I need to come here. I'd already decided that. Just to stop this double attack on the pawn. But if I bring king up, he can just go back and check. So relatively risk-free for my opponent there. And if he drops back, I can maybe put the bishop on e3, but then I can't guard the e4 pawn. So yeah, I guess if he drops back, maybe rook c1 to pressure this backward pawn. Depends what he does and where he ends up here. But you can imagine rook across, if I move my knight, this pawn is very weak as well. Let's pre-move in case he takes, because obviously I'm going to take. He has dropped back, so I thought I had rook across here just to pressure the pawn. Rook across now, my knight can safely move, and that's double guarded, so I'm going to go there and hit the pawn. He might actually come back here, but then I can just step up again, I think. But then I'm no longer double guarding this. So rook across, if my knight moves, I might have to defend, but then I might end up in some sort of silly repetition nonsense, which I wouldn't be pleased with. Oh, maybe here I just push the pawn and actually... Yeah, bishop up, just push the pawn and looks good, doesn't it? Just having a second glance. We're up on the clock by a minute now, so we've turned the clock round. Oh, he's happy to trade, so that should be good. Here. It may not be good, though. It may not be. I might be better doing this first, or even just taking the pawn. And if he takes, then I take back, and I've got my second pawn back. Rook across... Then maybe just guard. Yeah, I think I'm better off taking. So I've got that extra pawn again. If we don't trade now, we're hitting this g7 pawn with the knight still to come in. Maybe I can double my rooks up as well and go after the back rank. But you see, I've pre-moved to take there. So he's gone across, but now I thought I could just play a move like f3 or even f4. f4 and just try and literally march up the board. I think f4 is a bit better. f4... forward, just ignore it and march on. f3, he can still attack. So let's go f4. Actually, down maybe I can ignore it and just push on here as well. But now I'm threatening king up to hit the knight, and the rook's not here, so the knight's almost trapped with king to g2. He might have to spend a move coming back. Yeah, he's guarded it, but is the knight... Well, it's kind of trapped but protected. But I do have knight across here now, or I can simply double up, but that allows him out. So I think I should come up and pressure the knight to keep the rook tied down. Here I can take, and I'm threatening knight across here to hit the rook and the pawn. So he's launched forward. Okay, so knight across is still a move to hit the rook. To guard his knight, he'd have to go here. Then I've just got rook check and... maybe I can't take, but there must be something. There must be something. Let's just hit the rook. I think he has to go here. If he wants to guard his knight, maybe then just g4 and the rook's stuck. g4 would give him knight check. I could take, and if he takes back, I then take the rook if he's here. I'll have to figure it out. Oh, he's just sacked straight away. Okay. That was a check, which is why I took. Now, I could even potentially give up 2 pieces to get the rook off, and I'm still better there. But let's not be silly. So double up. Oh no, I've got a check. I nearly missed it. Just trying to assess the whole board. We've got a check. That wins the game, yeah. That wins the game, so he just went wrong a little bit. I thought we'd kind of messed up, but maybe we did or maybe we didn't. Let's just find out. So pause so we don't accidentally start another game. Then find the game. So we have 33 moves. So they're the move times for both players there. So let's just see what it was in engine speak. We are white for this game, but if you get black, just click menu and you can flip the board if you need to do that. If you say you're importing a game in rather than a game on lichess. So we played it pretty well, 94% versus 87% accuracy. CPL is 25 and 50. So we still got some mistakes in here. It's not been top moves, even though it only shows a couple there. So let's just flick through. So we've built a little advantage on move 7, then a bigger one on move 11. Yeah, so the engine's saying there just prefers a straight d4 rather than developing the knight. So d4, e takes d4, knight takes d4. You can just click on that line and play through the whole thing. And we're just looking for logical development moves, but I felt like my opponent was just trying to maybe play too many development moves without thinking of the king's safety first. Yeah, so that's a blunder. What should have been the move? The move should have been queen up. It just gives queen to d7, and then we could have taken here. Rook across, we've still got a path back, but that's the pawn to guard, so that means we took the right pawn as well. And then we managed to get the queen off. Then in this position, where was it? It was somewhere around after b6, wasn't it? I felt like I'd made a mistake. Oh, and here that's an inaccuracy, allowing rook to a6 to hit the pawn. And then maybe I'm getting tied down with defense, but so b6 was inaccurate, and I thought I'd maybe gone wrong here, but it's not been flagged, so this was okay. Oh, it was in this position, wasn't it? Because of giving up a pawn, but it's not actually flagging any mistakes from the engine here, so I'm still +4 better. We've gone slightly... Oh, we've made a mistake in the next move, move 23. So what did we do here? We played king across, and we should have played knight up straight away to hit the rook. Obviously, you've still got to you've still got to guard your knight from the pin. You can't go here. You could go here. There must be something here that I'm just not seeing, but what we should have done was knight e5, rook g5, then played king across to h1, knight back, and then drop the knight back again. But of course, if you don't see the whole line, you don't see it, you often simply don't play the moves, but that was the correct way to play it. But I'm still +3 better now, just building up that gradual advantage, trying to find a way to convert without messing up. And then we just get a nice bit of luck at the end to get a good win, so very good.